the intro music. Yeah! Woo!
It's a D. Grade out in front. Putting the grade right here, big and juicy, in your face. It's a D. DS9 Part 2 has not lived up to the hype that it was supposed to. DS9 is continuing to overwhelm, and just to be a little bit less dramatic, I'm going to make myself smaller with the power of the internet and transitions. And look, I'm not saying everything is bad. There's actually something I really like here, which are the features. But overall, I feel like the sentiment of talking with hundreds of players, being in these social media rooms, and even talking to some about VIPs, which the VIPs did appreciate being able to buy the officers for cheaper than the leaderboards, but left everybody else here just standing on resources going, well, what the heck, man? We've got to talk about it. Now, before we talk about it, though, we kind of have to do something. We gotta give a word to our sponsor. So shout out to our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Hey there, everybody. Today's video is sponsored by Amazon, Amazon Coins, and the Amazon App Store, where you can now take this game, Star Trek Fleet Command, download it to the Amazon App Store and get big savings on all of your purchases up to 20%. We gotta love those big savings. And if you are an Android, Amazon Fire tablet, etc. user, you can download the Amazon store for free and get started. Now, the 20% savings sounds too good to be true. And let me tell you, it's not. If you buy the coins, these are the savings you're getting. And we know how things are in this game. If you want to progress bigger, faster, stronger, particularly on the faster side, investing in your account is the way to do that. And if you can get a 20% kickback, as you can see here, why not take advantage of it? Because all you gotta do is click that content creator link down in the description, comment section, take advantage of this. And this is something I've been waiting on for a long time. Amazon Coins has been available for all kinds of different games in 3 easy steps. All you gotta do, get the coins for yourself, saving up to 20% on your purchases, then download the game in the Amazon App Store, which again, Fire tablets, Androids, etc. And then last but not least, go in and spend your coins as you normally would in your regular store. That's how you get your savings. So whether you're buying an elite battle pass or whether you're just getting that new ship refit for your D4, doesn't matter. You're going to want to get it through the Amazon App Store using Amazon Coins. Shout out. Woo! We're back. That's it. No more sponsors. I mean, not no more sponsors, because sponsors kind of have to keep the lights on. But what I'll do is talk about some of the positives of this arc. And there are a couple. One, a big, beautiful A for the Bajoran faction. I love the Bajoran faction. I love the Solar Armadas. The only real negative I have about this entire thing is that it's another grind. But that is not the problem of the feature. That's the problem of Scopely not getting rid of grinds like the Stella grind and making it easier, and the Devore grind parts and making it easier, and the Botany Bay and the Dar and all the different frickin' grinds in the game until trying to keep it real, but I think every comment will be honest. Too many grinds in the game. We made a video 3 hours to do stuff that's just too ridiculous for a mobile game. But for what this is a great faction that I love. I love the Bajoran favors. I love the progression through it. I like even the grind, because I don't feel like the grind's too tough. I don't feel like you're just completely, I'm literally have gone through 3 researches. I've already been going through. I'm getting close to doing more pulls on this nice one right here. Maybe I'll get a good Kira pull. I don't know, but ship parts are definitely needed. We'll need those diplomacy tokens later. And I'm already ready to pull my next uncommon. So I do like the sourcing. I love the mechanic of the new feature, and I have to give it an A. I do also like that it's level 35, but if you get your matrix diodes, you can collect it early. So you're ready to go as soon as you hit level 35, which I want to point out to the player base, that's where most people are, between level 35 and 45, hence why I'm heading to 46 right now. You see me doing my rep grinding for Klingons to get there. With it I think it's going decently well, but the negative, of course, is the grind. Now, I don't feel like they improve that grind enough, hence why my Valdor is heading out there right now to do a little bit of grinding itself to get some of those antimatter parts. I do think that needs to be a much quicker process, especially a couple months removed of having the Actian grind added and not removing the Borg probes and the swarms and etc., and at least making them easier. Now, I did have a conversation with one of the game design team who promised me, and we talked about this on Twitch, that they will be working on that and trying to find a way to make it better. But until then, here's what the grind is in the game. It's a big fat F. Yeah, we're sick of it. It's a big fat F. But that doesn't mean that everything that's come has been bad. Now, the reason I'm leaving the F on the board is for the events. This is the first battle pass I have not completed intentionally. I literally left it alone. Here's proof I didn't finish it. I didn't even qualify for my overflow. Here, take this down. Didn't even qualify. I did not finish like the last 2 milestones on battle pass. And yeah, Rev's been going through mental health issues. And yeah, Rev's been going through things. But when you have a great feature, and I truly believe it was a great feature. I mean, I loved the Bajoran feature and what it brought. I mean, it was Halo level good to me. I loved it. But that can't be the only feature, especially when the officers were locked behind a literal paywall. Now, I will say something fair in this video. A lot of the higher level players I talked to actually like that because they ended up spending less money to get those officers than normal. So I will give the officers sourcing a D. I want to give it an F. I really do, because there was no meta. There were no leaderboards. Those of us who usually use leaderboards to rack up and level up, I was supposed to go to 45 this month. I did not. I'm sitting on resources. That's because there was no SLB to really spend on. But I have to give credit to the level 50 plus players who were happy about it, so I'm giving it a D. If you dislike that grade or don't agree with that grade, that's actually okay. I actually want you to give me that feedback. Say it loudly with your chest. Speak it. It's the Matthew McConaughey thing. I mean, and leave that feedback in the Discord. That doesn't make the whales wrong. It doesn't make free-to-play wrong. But I will say the overall sentiment to this month was, and that sucks because there was some really good things that got added in. Decent bug fixes, but we're still dealing with broken Actian hostiles and hostiles all around the map. In fact, I'm real curious when my Valdor gets here. This system I went to is notorious for broken hostiles, and at the moment it doesn't look like there's any, so I guess that ends up working out okay. So good, we're working on fixing those, but broken hostiles have been an extreme issue in systems across the game, and they've had to start addressing that. And they've been addressing that very slowly. These are all things that have got to get adjusted. The truth is, when we play the game every month, though, the value of the game is the event. That's where it keeps you engaged every single day. And the events were simply lackluster. You look at some of the requirements to complete some of the events, they were basically impossible. Even the solo leaderboard, I basically didn't even participate in, because even if I did go after Bajoran favors, the rewards were kind of meh. 6,000 Syndicate XP is not a lot considering we now have 35 up there. Go into this little shell. Yeah, complete the SMS, but look at this, man. Defeating Jemadar? That's a lot of freaking Jemadar. I'm not punching up that high for Trit bills all just to get a handful of resources. Just it wasn't enticing. It wasn't exciting. And when you did have events, it just felt lackluster. You look at this one. Didn't complete. Why? Defeat Cardassian armadas. 1 point per hostile. And then there's that. But basically, you wanted me to run epics. I don't have epics. I had a couple of rares. I didn't even get enough to finish the first milestone, which wouldn't have even paid for the repairs of all the Valdor deaths that I did running armadas. So it's not that everything in it was terrible, but like when the events fail, and this is just something that, like, it doesn't matter how good communication is, it doesn't matter how good, you know, the structure is. When the events themselves come through, and most players agree the events fail, then the month fails. Because the events are what saves a bad month, but the events are also what kill a good month. The features this month were good. I like the fact that you now have miners, even as a pirate. I like the fact that miners can protect themselves. Have y'all forgotten about that? That's the thing now. Go back to that Bajoran menu, the faction I've really started to love. This is a thing. Get it to these levels, and you can then have and we've got video, and Antares beating an Augur, beating an Enterprise. And that's legit. Like, that's a good addition to the game. These favors, which are basically just a built-in research tree, there's some really, really good things in here for you leveling up. There's reason to focus on this as a player, but the enjoyment level is just so low as a player. I think that's the problem. Let me take the F off the screen because I just feel like I'm focusing too much. Let me go back to the Bajorans, show the fact, because there is good here. There's good in this month. And hopefully the comment section agrees with that. But as a whole, DS9 is supposed to be the savior. And yet every day I have to deal with people saying, well, I'm thinking about quitting the game, or is it really going to get better? It's a slow grind, y'all. I told y'all month 4 is where it was really going to pop off. Like 3 and 4 is supposed to get better and better. But that doesn't mean you purposely have just like 2 really slow months that make you go, ha. Because that's how I'm going. I'm going, ha. And I don't want to do that. I want to enjoy it every month. And so far, that's simply not been the case. But of course, I want to know what you think about this. This is my grading of the arc. And I'll put it on the screen because it's big and I like big. D. In fact, I'll match it. I'll be big on the screen. D. D is in Deuce. D is in D for an arc, as in dangling donkey doo-doo. That's what this month was. It doesn't mean that DS9's terrible, and it doesn't mean the game's dead, but it does mean that there are things that need to be improved upon. Event structuring, full calendars to launch matter. Getting out events that players ask for matter. And I get that players said too many leaderboards was a problem, but we've told you as content creators, not just me, ignore Rev. Rev's dramatic. Rev gets in your face. But there are other guys who are more even killed, like Ultimate DJ. There are more people inside the facility themselves who understand what's going on that you can talk to get a better idea how we run these events. That's the key. That's the key. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Live long and prosper. Stay safe out there, Space Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. Catch you on the next one. I'll be here. Love y'all and appreciate y'all. Bye.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.